Charles III asked that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle be kicked out of their home in the United Kingdom. Frogmore Cottage is a house in Windsor, England, that Queen Elizabeth II gave to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle before their wedding in 2018. In April 2019, the couple moved into the cottage, but in early 2020, they decided to move to North America. During their time in the UK, the couple did a lot of work to the house, which is said to have cost about $2.4 million. When they were working royals, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were given Frogmore Cottage on the grounds of Windsor Castle as their main home, but now several publications say that the property is being offered to Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, and Charles's brother, who has been in trouble. The late Queen gave the couple the cottage as a wedding gift, and when they moved to California in 2020, they said Frogmore Cottage would be their home base while they were there. Even though Buckingham Palace hasn't said anything about the eviction notice on its own. The palace stopped the royal police from protecting the couple and their children when they came to the UK. So Frogmore Cottage was the only place that could keep them safe. It's where they stayed when they went to see Queen Elizabeth in 2022 for the Platinum Jubilee. The Royalty and Specialist Protection Unit of the Metropolitan Police keeps an eye on it. But it looks like they won't be able to stay at the property on future trips. It's no secret that Harry's relationship with his family has gotten worse since his book came out. In it, he wrote about private conversations and meetings he had with his father and brother, Prince William, that were sometimes not very nice. How Frogmore Cottage came to be. Queen Charlotte, who was married to King George III, had the cottage built in 1792 so that she and her daughters could get away from royal life. Many people have lived there, including relatives of Tsar Nicholas II, who fled to the UK after the Bolsheviks killed their family members in 1918. It was used by members of the royal staff after the Second World War until the Duke and Duchess moved in. In 2018 and 2019, Harry and Meghan spent about $4 million of taxpayer money on major renovations to the cottage. This caused a lot of controversy. In 2020, the couple said that they had paid back all the money that they had borrowed to fix up the house. Why is a cottage more than just a house? If Harry and Meghan move out of Frogmore Cottage, the police won't be able to protect them when they go out to Britain. Since the cottage is part of the royal estate, it has a higher level of security. Harry and Meghan have been at odds with the British royal family for years because they are accused of being racist and don't get enough support from the palace. Buckingham Palace hasn't said anything about the couple's well-known problems, which Harry recently wrote about in his book. However, some royal watchers think that this eviction is the first time that the so-called firm has taken action in public. But taking the property back from Harry and Meghan is also part of Charles's plan to make the monarchy smaller. What the next tenant says about the royal family. Prince Andrew, the second son of Queen Elizabeth II, and Harry's uncle, is said to be getting the keys to the cottage after Harry and Meghan move out. Andrew, the Duke of York, lives with his ex-wife Sarah and the late Queen's corgis in the much bigger Royal Lodge, which is 3 miles from the Frogmore Cottage. Royal Lodge has 31 rooms, while Frogmore Cottage only has 6. Since 2003, he has rented the Royal Lodge from the Crown Estate. However, his fall from grace has led to rumors that he hasn't been able to pay the rent or keep up with repairs. Andrew made almost $300,000 a year as a working royal, but Andrew's royal and military titles were taken away in January 2022 because he was friends with the convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein, and because he was then sued for sexual abuse. Andrew hasn't had a full-time job since he left the Royal Navy in 2022, but he gets a pension of $20,000 a year for his work as a special representative for international trade for 10 years. But Charles is trying to tighten the royal budget, and it has been said that Andrew's annual grant will be cut. This could make the Duke of York decide to move down in the rank. Still, even though Andrew has a bad name, Harry is the one who is being kicked out for good. Should Harry and Meghan be kicked out of Frogmore Cottage? The cost of fixing up the house is one of the main reasons why Harry and Meghan should be kicked out of the cottage. The fact that taxpayer money was used to pay for the renovations has caused a lot of controversies and many people say that the couple shouldn't be allowed to keep using the property after they have left the UK. Another argument is that Frogmore Cottage is a royal property and should only be used by members of the royal family who work for the monarchy. Harry and Meghan no longer fit this description because they have given up their royal duties and moved to North America. Some people have also said that letting Harry and Meghan keep Frogmore Cottage sends a wrong message to the British public, who may see it as a sign of privilege and entitlement. This is especially important because there is more and more talk in the UK about the gap between the rich and the poor. Reasons why Harry and Meghan shouldn't be kicked out of Frogmore Cottage. One of the main reasons why Harry and Meghan shouldn't be kicked out is that the Queen gave it to them as a gift, so they have the right to keep living there. People who support the couple say that they haven't done anything wrong and that it's not fair to punish them for choices they've made about their own lives. Another point is that Harry and Meghan have already agreed to pay back the $2.4 million it cost to fix up the Frogmore Cottage. By doing this, they have already taken steps to ease the worries of taxpayers who were upset that public money was being used to fix up the property. Some people have also said that the Frogmore Cottage is a private property, so Harry and Meghan can use it however they want. They say that the couple hasn't used the property for any official royal duties, and that it has mostly been used as a family home. We think it is hard to say for sure whether Harry and Meghan should be kicked out of Frogmore Cottage. Even though both sides of the issue have good points, we think that this decision should be based on a balance of fairness and practicality. On the one hand, it is understandable that some people are upset that public money is being used to fix up the cottage, and that they think the property should only be used by royal family members who work for the monarchy. But it's important to remember that the Queen gave Harry and Meghan the house as a gift, and they've already agreed to pay back the costs of the repairs. On the other hand, it's important to respect the couple's right to make decisions about their own lives, and to realize that they haven't done anything wrong. It should also be taken into account that Frogmore Cottage is a private home. But we also think that Harry and Meghan should be able to keep using Frogmore Cottage as a family home as long as they pay a fair market rent for it. This way, taxpayers' money won't be used in a responsible way, and the couple's right to make their own decisions about their lives would be respected. In the end, the ongoing fight over Frogmore Cottage shows that the royal family needs to be more open and answerable about how they spend public money. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.